It kind of feels like the end game of sneakers. We got like just over 3 months left of 2022, and as we know, most of these brands, Jordan, Yeezy, all of them start releasing some of the craziest drops towards the end of the year. So we've got a lot to look forward to and a lot that we're going to be talking about in today's video. As you know, and if you're new here, we do this every single week. We go over the latest sneaker releases. We talk about any news that's in the sneaker world. So if you want to stay in the loop, subscribe to the channel, drop me a follow on Instagram, and like always, we got to do a release recap before we start talking about the new stuff. So let's quickly do that. The first one we're going to talk about is the Jordan 1 Heirloom. So these dropped and they actually sat on Nike sneakers. I'm pretty sure if you go on the app right now, you can pick up a pair. So clearly the canvas is not doing it for people. Now, I'm not entirely sure about the release out in the US, but let me know. Let me know if you got a pair of these, what you think of them. We also had a pretty big Yeezy Slide restock. We got 3 different colorways, at least here in the UK. We got the resin. We also got the pure colorway and of course the bone. I believe the bone colorway was just for the UK and the EU because we never actually had a release of them. We got 3 Yeezy Slides. I'm sure you guys out in the US got at least 1 or 2 colorways. So let me know if you managed to get any of them. For me personally, what do you think? Of course it was all L's. Either way, for you guys out in the US, you guys also got the Jordan 1 Taxis. One of my favorite Jordan 1s of this year. It's a sick pair. So if you got a pair, I'm sure you're pretty happy with them. Either way, let me know what you managed to get. That's pretty much everything that dropped. But let's jump into this upcoming sneaker news because we've got a lot to talk about. First one, we're gonna get straight into arguably what a lot of people are calling sneaker of the year. We finally have some on-foot images of it, and here they are. This, of course, guys, is the Jordan 1 Chicago reimagined, and I gotta say, they're looking pretty clean on foot. I feel like when we first saw images, like the first leaked images of this sneaker, I was hearing a lot of people complaining about the vintage details, like they weren't a fan of the cracked leather, they weren't a fan of the lost and found concept, but as time goes on, people are now saying that this is the best sneaker ever and they just cannot wait to get it. So I want to hear it from you guys. Is this really sneaker of the year? Is this really the shoe that you just have to get that's left on the radar for different upcoming sneakers? I'm definitely a fan of them. Of course, I'm going to put my name in the hat and try and get a pair. And if you are wondering about the release date, it is November the 19th, apparently. If I take an L, am I going to have to pay resale? Am I going to have to do it? Are we going to double up? What are we going for here? So how much do you like these things? Take a look at these on foot shots and let me know your thoughts of these down in the comment section. Quick little update for you guys out in the US. As you know, the Jordan 4 Black Canvas has already dropped here in Europe and the UK. For you guys, it is upcoming. Now, originally it was speculated that these were going to drop on October the 22nd. That release date has now been confirmed to be October the 1st. So literally right around the corner for you guys. And again, this is like one of my favorite Jordan 4s for this year. Spoiler alert on the top 10 sneakers for fall 2022. This is one of my favorites. So yeah, if you haven't checked out that video, go ahead. Yeah, just wanted to update you guys out in the US. If you are after this pair of 4s, October the 1st. And of course, you know, 2022 has brought us a lot of things. Brands really going in on collaborations. But one thing that Nike has stayed true on is pumping out dunks. This one's actually pretty interesting. It's called the Nike Dunk Low Iridescent or Royal Blue. So it does have the iridescent features. Like, I mean, predominantly this is a very dark toned pair of shoes. It's got all of the black leather, but the iridescent features are on the mid panels and of course the toe box. I think this is actually a pretty solid pair of dunks. Like, it's different. It's definitely eye-catching. It's got like raw edges of royal blue as well. I'm definitely not saying that this is anything incredible. These also happen to be official images, so we should be getting this pair relatively soon. No specific release date on House of Heat, but it just says 2022. Travis Scott, we gotta talk about the man because we just got some crispy new images of the upcoming Jordan 1 Low OG Olive. We've got to talk about a different story later on. We'll get to that. But for now, let's take a look at these images and let me tell you guys what we know about this sneaker so far. Like, this olive one is really just the latest leak and rumor. For the most part, it was we're getting a black and white one. We're getting a black and sail reverse mocha type of sneaker. Well, it is going to be this olive color. So technically pretty similar, and also apparently it's going to be coming in exclusively women's sizing. Now, I don't know if that's going to be extended. These are speculated to release in springtime 2023. And this is kind of like the finalized pair of sneakers. These are the most in-depth images that I've seen so far. So take a look at them. Is this better than the reverse mochas? I think it's a solid pair of sneakers. It's a solid pair of Travis Scott ones. I'm still going to take the side of the reverse mochas being my favorite. Just remember this pair because we're going to talk about this one in just a little bit. First, let me show you guys a new Jordan brand model, or at least I thought it was new. Apparently this one's been kicking around for a while. Take a look at the Jordan 1 New Retro 1 Low, and this is the Chicago colorway. Really not my favorite. So this is a sneaker that released in 2002, and it's coming back for its 20th anniversary, and they're bringing it back in the Chicago colorway. Now, it's supposed to drop at some point this year. This is official images. This really isn't my thing. Like, it looks like a Jordan 1 Low, just like, it's like a mid version of the Jordan 1 Low. And they're not just bringing back the Chicago colorway, because Jason Tatum is also getting a collaboration version, and this is it here. Again, same paneling, same design, nothing has really changed there. The colors is all over sail white and red. This is also official images, so expect this to come back relatively soon. We've got official images of both, but yeah, let's keep it moving. We have an upcoming collaboration, but I've got two different mock-ups, which could be either or completely different, but at least we know that a collaboration from these two is definitely going to be happening. Doritos and Nike SB, they're going to be making a Dunk Low, which is going to be coming next year. So again, those two mock-ups. This is the first one from House of Heat. It's all over orange and green. There has been no like actual images of this, so this is literally just a speculated mock-up. I'll show you the other mock-up, which is a potential. This, I'm pretty sure they just took the Dodgers SB and then changed it green, because that's pretty much all that's going on here. Again, it's just green and white and with a gum outsole. I'm pretty sure that this article says that the little Jugs logo is going to be on the sneaker, whether that's actually like confirmed information or whether that's just them speculating. Any more information, as soon as we get some leaked images, I will be sure to show you guys. So last week we spoke about the rumors of an upcoming Travis Scott Jordan 7. Well, why he's going to be doing a Jordan 7 collaboration is because he is leaving behind the Jordan 1 model. There's not going to be any more Jordan 1 Travis Scott. Final Jordan 1 Travis Scott that is going to release is going to be that pair that we just took a look at, the olive and sail one. Apparently he is done with the Jordan 1 silhouette and he's moving on to different models from Jordan brand, and as we know, it's going to be the 7. As of right now, we just had the reverse mochas. We've got upcoming the Black Phantom colorway, and then finally he's going to end off the Jordan 1 stint with the olive pair. So this information comes from reputable sneaker leaker Kenneth Myers Jr., who goes by the handle of Mr. Unloved Ones over on Twitter. And in his tweet, he said, "I'm very clear on my wording. I said last Travis Jordan 1. No highs, lows, mids, fusions, interpretations, remixes, done." So with this news of Travis Scott not doing any more ones of any kind, I'd like to know from you guys, apart from a Jordan 7, what would be your dream Jordan model for Travis Scott to work on? I think a 3 could be pretty cool. I'm not too sure. Or just maybe have another go at another Jordan 4. I think that would be pretty clean. But either way, let me know what your dream Travis Scott Jordan model would be down in the comments. But let's keep it moving. Off-White, we've still got a couple more collaborations from the brand. They are still working with Nike. I was kind of under the impression that those Air Force 1 mids were going to be the last ones, but then we saw some leaked images of the pine green colorway that is upcoming, and now we've also got some more detailed images of the upcoming Off-White Nike Air Force 1 mid graffiti. This is it here. Again, it's coming in all over white with the just graffiti on the side. I am really struggling to decide whether I prefer this colorway or the pine green one. The pine greens are solid. They are pretty decent, and I'm a fan of them. Again, it's a crazy silhouette. It's got the spikes. It's all over the place, but it is pretty decent. This one we do not have a release date for, but we do have these detailed images, which I did want to show you guys. So take a look at them here, and also let me know down in the comments, what is your favorite out of the 4 different colorways which we should be getting? So that's the 2 originals, the white and the black, and then of course the pine greens, and then this graffiti version here. Again, any more information on this, I will let you guys know. Speaking of Air Forces, Ambush is going to be coming out with 2 different colorways on the Air Force 1 Low. Take a look at them here. We've got a white and a black. Pretty simple, pretty minimal. There's not too much going on here, but they are bringing that extended Nike swoosh which we saw on the Dunks over to the Air Forces. I think all of these collaborating brands, when they work on an Air Force 1, they pretty much know at this point the Air Force 1 is so popular, they don't need to do anything to it. They just need to attach their name and it will sell out. I think that idea was really solidified with the Supreme Air Force 1s. Literally just had a tiny little box logo in the corner and they flew. As much as everybody knew that the leather quality is terrible and it's literally just a basic Air Force 1 with a Supreme logo, they're still super popular. And I can imagine the same thing is going to happen with the Drake Air Air Force Ones that are upcoming. Literally the only change I think is like Loverboy on the midsole or something like that. And with this one, it's literally just the Nike swoosh. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I think these brands know that. I'd probably rock them. I don't think they're bad at all. Now, in terms of release date, these are definitely early leaked images, and it should be coming at some point this year. Another very early image of an upcoming pair of Dunks that should be dropping at some point this year. This is the Nike Dunk Low, and it's just navy and bone. But this is all over suede, and it's got some kind of weird laces in there, which are pretty different. This one should be coming at some point this year here in 2022. We finally got some pretty decent images of the next chapter in the Joe Freshgoods and New Balance collaboration, I guess, story. These right here, there's 3 different colorways. As you can see, we've got a pink, a green, and a blue. Very like DIY looking, almost like they're all just like dip dyed or something like that. All these pastel colors. So this is going to be called the Joe Freshgoods New Balance 993 Performance Art Made to Wear Well. We got a couple more pictures which were teased, I believe, by Joe Freshgoods himself. So again, here are the 3 colorways. Let me know what your favorite is. Personally, I would probably take the blue. All pretty solid. All are going to have great materials. But yeah, as of right now, these are the only images that we've got. Again, another 2022 release. So there's just a lot to look forward to. Within the next 3 months, we are going to be stacked. We've got some detailed looks at the upcoming Air Jordan 5 UNC. We've actually got some on-foot images. Same material of a Jordan 5. This is literally like the UNC 6 is just chucked on a 5. It is super, super clean. Look at that sock liner as well. It looks like some kind of different mesh material, which kind of gives it a premium look. We've also got that DJ Khaled collaboration upcoming at some point this year. So yeah, a lot to look forward to when it comes to 5s. These are going to be dropping next year, so we've already got some pretty detailed looks of these things. March the 4th, 2023. And another release which is going to be very, very popular. I mean, I know that Jordan brand keeps pumping out Jordan 1s, but what about the Jordan 1 High 85? At least it's a little bit of a flip, and there isn't really that many colorways. We're going to be getting the, I guess you could say, Pandas. Here it is, or at least a mock-up. We don't have any actual images. These are supposed to be dropping February 2023. Another Jordan 1 which is going to be coming next year is the True Blue. So this is it right here. This is an actual image of what it's going to look like. Pretty nice. I don't know what your feelings are on Jordan 1s, but as far as the Jordan 1 colorway, I think this is pretty solid. Right, let's get into some Yeezy news, because we got a couple things which I want to talk about, including an upcoming new Yeezy model which was kind of leaked, which I think is probably one of my favorites. I'm super excited about them. And then of course I'll give you guys a little bit of an update on just Kanye West in general, because as we know, there's still a lot of uncertainty surrounding the collaboration. So we have a few updates on that. So the first one we're going to talk about is an upcoming 700 MNVN laceless, and it is finally coming in a white colorway. This is something that I've really wanted for a while, and it looks like it's finally going to be happening. Yes, it's going to be on a laceless version, but I don't mind. I think the laceless is fine. This is a mock-up, I believe, of what it's supposed to be looking like. You know, white and black. I think it's super clean, very easy to rock, but we also have some on-foot shots. Pusha T was actually wearing them, so take a look at this here, and they look dope. I'm excited for them. I'm definitely going to grab myself a pair if I can. I hope releases. I hope this is not some kind of sample pair that never sees the light of day. I really hope that they do end up releasing. Now, of course, Kanye West, as we know, he's been separating himself from Adidas and Gap. Now, he's already pretty much put it in a final writing that he has left Gap. Now he's moving on, or at least we're kind of waiting to see what happens with Adidas. There's an interview he did, and I just thought this was hilarious.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway.
Yeah, it kind of comes back full circle.
I will go ahead and say Sway had the answer.
I just thought that was so hilarious. So essentially what he means by that is that obviously he does fully intend on going at it alone, and that means axing Gap and axing Adidas. What is a little bit interesting when it comes to this whole Adidas and Yeezy thing is that Kanye West went to his Instagram and posted a couple stories. We said, Adidas, I'm not speaking with Torben again. I'm the king. I only speak to decision makers. So Torben, I believe, is some kind of manager at Adidas. So it's very clear that they are still talking to each other and still trying to work something out. His next story was, Adidas, I'm willing to give you 20% of sales, not ownership, as a non-exclusive manufacturing and distribution partner. This would make it very, very different from what the original contract was. But again, interesting to see Kanye kind of go from like, yo, I'm done with you, Adidas, to kind of like, okay, well, there's some wiggle room here. Obviously potential that they could still have a working relationship, at least to some capacity. And he finishes it off saying, Adidas, I'm willing to give you guys a royalty, 20% of net profit. So I'm not entirely sure if that's different to 20% of sales. Either way, there's two, I guess, opportunities for Adidas to still work with Yeezy. So yes, it does kind of make the whole Adidas and Yeezy situation a little bit more complicated. We're still getting Yeezy releases, and it's only a matter of time before, you know, like, what are we doing? We're not getting any new models. We're just getting restocks. When does that fatigue come through? I feel like as people who do enjoy Yeezy stuff, whether it's clothing or shoes, we want to see Kanye take pride in that and wear it and you know, seem like he likes the stuff that he's putting out, not completely disassociating himself and never wearing Yeezy, and at the same time saying like the knit runners are the most uncomfortable shoes, and all of this stuff that he's been saying about, you know, the whole Yeezy and Adidas stuff. He's saying like he didn't approve on half of the colorways for like 2 years or something. All of these things just really don't help the consumer when it comes to buying Adidas and Yeezy products, which are still being released. Something is going to change, and I'm eager to see what that change is. Now, to end off today's video, I'm just going to give you guys a very quick update on sneaker reselling. So there's only two big updates. First of all, StockX is going to charge sellers shipping fees. So apparently next month in October, I think October the 4th is going to be a doomsday for anybody who is selling a lot of sneakers on StockX. So this is only going to be for people who sell like one pair of shoes. If you bulk ship, apparently you don't get charged this fee. In an email to sellers, StockX said it will add a $4 shipping fee for every single item shipment. So if the extended selling fees that StockX already charges wasn't bad enough, you're going to get another $4 charge slapped on top of that. eBay is also going to be charging a little bit more. So apparently their fees are going to be going up to 12.9% final value fee. I'm not entirely sure what it is at the moment. I thought it was like 8 or 10, but that's going up to 12.9. So yeah, fees are going up, guys, on platforms. Let me know what you think of that. But listen, I just want to keep that story short, sweet, and simple, and we're going to wrap it up right here. Thank you so much for coming through. As always, again, we do this every single Sunday. Thank you for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one, but until then.